Hey, folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to our Wednesday live stream, our World War Wednesday live stream, where we are back playing some more Terra Invicta. Let's get the main screen turned on. That's what I'm good at, turning things on. Press X to doubt. Anyway, I'm excited to be playing today, because I think this might be the day when we finally crack some spaceship stuff. Got some thoughts on that. I'll elaborate as we unpause the game and wait for some technology to cycle over. We're gonna take a look at over there. Bit more than world. Yeah, it's not World War Wednesdays. It's Solar War Wednesdays. I mean, it doesn't really flow off the same way, but yeah. Did go and do a check of our nations before we started. Everyone is defended and protected, which is looking good. Over in the UK, I guess their economy did go so they can get some more mission control, so we're doing that. I'm also starting to invest in their military tech, because I think this is going to be a secondary source of military, which we're slowly going to trickle some points into for now. Also, I noticed that their cohesion is shockingly high over here. I guess because we're not even doing any Unity stuff. I don't know. So I'm reinvesting in knowledge over here to help with democracy. It's knowledge level, which actually isn't bad, but it's also going to help push the cohesion back to the sweet spot in the middle, which is the best for the economy. Yes, I was looking at some radiator stuff too, KH, and I'm generally just doing some reading on how the ship design works overall. So we're going to unpause the game. We're going to let the game go forward, but here we go. We've finished a tech we were on the cusp of doing. Crisis diplomacy has kicked in. The improved relations cooldown has changed, which is fine, but a few more control points over here. It actually gives us a 40 control point of space, which means we can grab another Chinese control point. Again, I think they cost about 43 right now, so we'll go a tiny bit over, but as we keep improving our agent scores / pick up another tech, that's going to improve. So, here's what I was thinking. It is my understanding that the pulsar drives have been nerfed a little since last patch. And that's part of the problem. The version of the game we're playing on is relatively new, and a lot of the old information was indeed for an old version. But looking at things, it sounds like the pulsar drive is maybe an okay sort of in-between point for a few things. It's a little higher on the thrust side, but it does have a higher exhaust velocity rating than some of the other very thrusty drives. So it's sort of a, hopefully maybe a little Goldilocks-y. Especially with the fact that we don't have access to the grid drives, which because they haven't come up as a project. Now those are very different. They're not very thrusty, they're more efficient. But we might be able to get some early ships on the pulsar drives. If nothing else, researching pulsar drives will then start ticking the possibility of getting the advanced pulsar drive tech, and maybe that's something we could work on. So we'll see. So we're going to do this. It's really cheap to research at 1,000 tech anyway. So we're going to let that tick through and see how we feel about it. Otherwise, I think I'm going to mostly keep everything the way we have it scheduled right now. I want to go through this fairly quick and see what we can do. Well, sure. I don't know if we need ships right now. Well, yeah, we kind of do. I would really, really like to be able to shoot down ships that are coming into orbit and prevent them from like starting to land things in general and build some up. It might not be, we might not start building a ship the second we get the pulsar drive, but it's going to let us start some planning. There may be a few other things that we're missing somewhere there. And again, it does, that is a prerequisite for unlocking the advanced pulsar drive. Maybe we'll just wait for there. We shall see. It is time for us to federate North America. Join the target nation or federation. A federation member must have territorial claim in a region in the joining nation, cause a one-time GDP increase. Federated nations are in a permanent alliance and share space funding and boost. Requires consolidated control of the joining nation's executive control points. So the United States and Canada are going to merge together and create a super nation. There you go. 0% chance with Denmark. So people suspected this because we now have a claim on Greenland. So if we got influence over Denmark, we can merge them. I don't know, it seems really interesting. Okay, we've completed that. Federation. Canada, under the control of resistance, has decided to join in a federation with the United States of North America. They will be in a permanent alliance and share space program funding and boost. Look, we got a new flag. Hey. Or this federation has a flag. Two nations will next be able to forge closer ties on January of 2029. Presumably this is when we can merge. So yeah, I mean the US still has its flag and Canada still has its flag, but we have this alliance over here, the United States of North America. I'm not sure Canadians in practice would really rally behind this particular flag. But, you know, sure. Let's retake Hans Island. Exactly. This back and forth war is crazy. Sure, if you fix it already, built in the extreme orbit station, not interface orbit. We have one thing in an extreme orbit, don't we? Intentionally? But it is just that one, right? Yeah, there's one station in extreme orbit. But otherwise, we're mostly in low Earth orbit 1, and I think maybe a couple of things in low Earth orbit 2. Cubes? Cubs? Or if there's something else I'm missing, let me know. Okay, we're in a new phase here. So I don't know where we left the state of the world in terms of our counselors. Let's go and take a look. First of all, if anyone's got any XP to spend. Prodigal does. Her security ratings got pretty awesome. She's capped on espionage and administration. She can do some command things, but I don't think that's the most important to put in, so I'm thinking we're going to just keep investing in science, which seems like a good idea. Built science station in extreme orbit. Around Earth or around Mercury? Or... Well, hang on a sec. We'll take a look. The one station we've got in extreme orbit on Earth. We'll take a look at what's in there. Yeah. Science over here. Done. And Gene C. I do want to cap out the security because she does dangerous things. Done. Cathal has a cheaper... It is 14, yeah. I think what we do here is we keep pumping in administration. First of all, we could use the control points, although we get it from admin command or persuasion, but we want to be able to grab more of these orgs. Thrashing Dragon, thank you very much for that. Oh, your base. Your base. Your base. All your base belong to us. Anything cool? What's this? Because we did get some new orgs. Science rating, economy, welfare, social science research. I mean, we don't have a lot of modifiers to that right now. Canadian intelligence is available. It's not very expensive. Well, you're not an ideal pick for this because you don't do espionage or investigation. Flamebeard. Yeah, government, but you have the government trait. Huh. Why we don't go full cybernetics? I mean, we may. We do actually have a fair amount of money stored up now, but we weren't sitting on infinity funds. And like, there's something like 6 or 8 cyber upgrades at $500 a piece. So, you know, we would have had to blow our whole budget on just upgrading maybe a couple, and some of the points don't necessarily have the value for everyone, but I'm sure we'll be adding more as we go forward, especially since I did just notice we have tons of cash. Okay, this is a 1-star. We could drop Aeneas security? Aeneas security. We could drop that, because what is it giving it for her? It's giving her an espionage and a security. Well, the Canadian Central Intelligence Service, CSIS over here, I think I was calling it something else CSIS at some point, but this is CSIS, gives investigation, security, and espionage. Now, espionage isn't her primary focus, but she will be able to do some things. She might be able to help out on some of the purges, at some crackdown areas, that sort of thing. So I kind of want to go and probably do that swap, because it seems like a stronger choice. I don't think are you over cap? No, you're exactly at your admin cap. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Unequip this one. And purchase this org for you. There. I think I'm happier with that. I mean, Radical's, you know, currently capped. I mean, most people are capped over here. So what are we looking for you? Well, yeah. Probably some command, because that's going to be good for assaulting the alien assets. So we're not opposed to anything that gives you that. Which... currently there isn't any. It's got some nice stuff, but It's a 3-star. Yeah, I'm not... Oh, no, sorry. 2-star over here. But I'm not sure that it's worth picking up. Although, you know, doing space shit, maybe the science is that much more noticeable. Also, if you are going to do advise, admin, science, and I think command are all good advise targets. So this becomes a good filler. Yeah, all right. Let's throw it on there for now. I mean, I guess even if she doesn't do espionage, the +1 to like avoid detection is good. This really doesn't matter for her. Oh, this one does actually, because she'll probably do some command things. Yeah, I guess I'll give her that one. And the loyalty one, I don't know. This makes their apparent loyalty obvious all the time, so we don't have to worry about it. But it does. It gives them a -5. I mean, we can bring it up, but presumably, like, I wonder if we can still get their loyalty up high enough with this. Loyalty monitor does seem pretty sketch. Plus, it seems rude. Okay, we have a lot of people who are on automated behaviors right now, which I think is fine. Oh, we do have a place to investigate.
Reporting in.
You are the investigator. So we'll head
On the
you
way
over
to
to
the target
China.
site.
Okay. I was trying to follow where you'd gone. Oh, over here. Let's do a
Acknowledged.
survey a location over here.
Initiating surveillance.
And I don't see any counselors around. Otherwise, we might have wanted to do some changes. So we don't know where they've gone. Yeah, I think they all have the P protection, for sure. That's a pretty good one.
Lending my expertise. I will help them.
Xenoform.
Surveilling
Not a
target
surprise.
area.
Whiskey and chocolate.
I will help them.
It's my
Lending my
10th SU
expertise.
birthday on this channel. Woo. Have a few dollaritos on me for being such a good source of entertainment over all these years, and hopefully more to come.
Holy cow, Punisher. That's amazing. And yes, I guess I didn't do the resub of notifications today, and I feel bad. Let me do that right now for everyone, because apparently there's some big numbers going on. That is crazy. For Evil Not Good is resubbed for the 38th month. Oni is at 28. Remus is at 32 months. Cathal, hey, who's in the game, is at 21 months. Says, hello everyone, you'll be happy to know I've taken an online course in Plant Burning 101, so we shouldn't have any more incidents. Well, we may be about to find out. Goody's at 80 months. Perks is at 34. Shuwu is at 3 months. Shras is at 119 months, almost at a 10-year Twitchversary themselves. Commander Angry Aardvark is at 42 months. Augury Defiance is at 70. Ublar is at 3 months. And indeed, Punisher with 120 months, coming up with the 10-year Twitchversary. Have we spent too long together? You know, it's okay if you want to see other people. It's fine. And we got a 1-year Twitchversary from Pig A. Thank you. And yes, thank you very much, Trashing Dragon and Punisher for contributing to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. That is so kind, so appreciated. Thank you. Special project available. Okay. Building one construction module on each plant significantly lowers build times while further construction. One on Mars, Mercury. Yeah, I think we built one somewhere, or were we still waiting for that tech to show up? We'll do a thing. Okay, Pulsar Drive is done. What we're going to do is we're not going to build a ship right away, but we're going to open up the editor once more to come up with some general ideas about things. I think at some point we will be moving to laser-type ships, but I think we're still going to be reliant on missiles early on over here. Let me just click on something. You know what? I'm just going to click this for now to do that. Let's take another look over here. So, ship classes. Sorry, design ship class. That's what I want. I want to clear this out. So, I know that... So, one of the other things that has come up here is some of these ships are a little bit different from how they were in some of the older things. So, I guess what we have was we've got the base class of ships. We've got these size 1 ships that cost 1 control each. The gunship, the escort, and the corvette all are 1 mission control each. And then the tier 2s are the frigate, the monitor, and the destroyer. And in my head, I thought, you know, you went sort of top to bottom as stronger, but that's not the case, really. They have slightly different loadouts. For example, if we want to make a missile-heavy ship, which is sort of what we're looking at design right now, of the tier 3s, the monitor here has 4 slots for it, so you'd base it on that. And same thing when we're looking at the tier 1s. I mean, the gunship, I think, is legitimate, like, you know, really cheap and low. But it's interesting because the Corvette has 2 of these utility modules, whereas the Escort, well, I guess it also has 2. I don't know, what else does the Corvette have? Oh, it has a nose hardpoint. That's what it is, a hull and a nose. And the Escort has 2 hulls. And if we're doing missile-based ships, then those are part of the hull over here. Right, and we could throw a couple of those in there. So that's thing 1. Thing 2, I'm starting to, like, you know, again, doing some more looking at things. Thing 2 is with the drives over here. And so we've just unlocked the Pulsar drive, and we can compare a little. I can't remember. There's a way. There we go. Let's say we can get a chart over here, and we can sort based on various columns. So the Pulsar isn't the most efficient. Our most efficient engine, well, there's also the percentage efficiency. I think the Vasimir is really early, but we got the Ion drive over here. So I think the Grid drive and the Ion drive are basically in the same category of electric drives that are super duper fuel efficient. You can see it's got, oh, sorry, I'm looking at the radiator rating. Oh, no, sorry. This is the heading. It's exhaust velocity. I was pretty sure about that. Its exhaust velocity is quite high, and it has a high fuel efficiency, which is nice. But, you know, its propellant is noble gases, so it's using gas and metals as its fuel. The Vasimir one is only water. Did I say gas? Water and metal. This is just water. And then the Pulsar drive over here is also just water. But you can see the Pulsar drive is less efficient in its escape velocity, but it has a much higher thrust rating. And so I think this is sort of a little Goldilocks-y zone. Although, again, I've heard the Pulsar drives have been nerfed a little bit on this 0.4 version that we're on from 0.3, but it might be the sort of thing that we sort of want to base our ship around. I don't know. Now, this does require a solid core fission power plant, but we do have one. We have the tier 3 version of that available to us over here. So the bigger the reactor here, it's more efficient, needs less fuel per gigawatt, and it has got a higher maximum output. Now, this Pulsar drive, required power 941 megawatts, which we are... Wait, does this exactly match? Or is it tuned? I guess so. So it must have a maximum... What's maximum gigawatts is 20. Okay, yeah. So right now we'd be running at 1.9 gigawatts to power this engine. Or we'd be running at more to power 6 of them. Okay. So we're getting that information on how much it's actually using. This reactor is generating 1.1 gigawatts of waste heat. Now, apparently this is the other thing I was reading on, is like, you know, what do these radiators do? And they're also under utility modules, we've got a heat sink. So the radiators bleed off heat. But while they're extended, your ship is vulnerable because you're basically like opening up vents on the outside of your ship, gaps in your armor is, I guess, the idea. So some of these better radiators have a reduced vulnerability. They're smaller, and or might, you know, the other thing too is they might allow you to bleed off the heat faster. So this can burn off 222 tons per gigawatt of heat it's got to burn off. So I'm betting it auto tunes. We know that our reactor here is generating 1.1 gigawatts of heat. I don't think the engine generates heat, it's only the reactor. So presumably you put this in, it's going to scale to counter the amount of heat that we'd be doing, or something like that. But then the other thing you can do, so right now, this ship here, if we didn't do anything else, if I'm understanding things correctly, this thing here would basically have its radiators open all the time to drop the heat. What you can do is you can throw a heat sink in here, let's say this heavy water heat sink, and it can store up to 200 gigajoules. Are they like here's waste heat is 1.2 giga. Oh, that makes sense because this is, yeah, sort of per time. So this has got a total capacity of 200 gigajoules. So it can just hold on to that heat. We can accumulate that much heat before we have to enable the radiator. And in theory, if this radiator is working quickly enough, maybe it can dump the heat and then close itself back up and sort of open and close a few times as we go, which is kind of nifty. Now, I don't know if we throw in more of these, or if they're even that strictly required. Feels like they are kind of required. Maybe we even want the smaller one. I mean, this is just a double-sized one. We could just go with a half-size one, which is half the weight and uses up half the water. Yeah, will your ship survive long enough to need it? I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe even without the radiator exposed, maybe we still die so fast that it makes no difference one way or another, and so we may as well just YOLO it like that. Same sort of argument with you might be able to see with the magazines, right? The magazines will give us more ammo. Are we going to survive long enough to shoot more than once? Oops, I didn't mean to get rid of you. I just wanted to have you selected over here. So this is a 5-second cooldown. So this is going to fire one single volley of missiles every 5 seconds. So how many times are we going to be able to do that? I don't know. I also don't know how many missiles this has built in. There we go. It has a magazine, I guess a built-in magazine of 24. So presumably 24 each. Yeah. So we have 48 missiles, but of course we have, it's 24 per launcher over here. And then the magazine, an additional full ammo load for all projectile weapons with ammo counts. Interesting. Does it actually, so we just get double. I wonder if that's already calculated in. Oh, it is already calculated in. So these have 12 each. But if you do this, if you do this, then they have 24 each. Okay, fair. And then there's a battery slot. So the battery slot is used to fire more high energy weapons. When I auto-design this, it actually takes the smallest one. It takes the saltwater battery over here. Presumably because we're not using lasers or whatever, we're not really reliant on stockpiling a bunch of power to fire a shot. So that's probably why the auto-designer is just doing that. Saltwater's very good standard battery. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, unless we need a huge battery charge. I don't know if there's a clear... we got a battery capacity. I don't know if there's a clear number. Maybe if we were adding laser weapons in here, we'd be able to see specifics about the power drain and then make some judgments about the battery. But with this setup, we probably need that. And then the other thing online is I see a lot of conflicting talk about where to do armor. Since this inherently wouldn't be a very mobile ship at all, mostly I think we're going to be taking things head on. Do I have to... Oh, I have to choose the type of armor. Right, and here it's just a pure question of efficiency. The composite armor has got the most points of armor per weight. And apparently the side armor is heaviest because it's got large areas to cover. And then part of it is, I don't know if it's explained very well in here, is how much does 1 point of armor represent? Is the difference between having armor versus no armor is I can survive 1 extra shot, 10 extra shots? I mean, I'm sure it's going to depend on what the enemies are packing, but in a vacuum, there's no real good way to know. So my instinct, based on some things I'm reading, is maybe we put 1 point of armor everywhere, but mostly put some heavier armor up front, because that's probably how we're going to be facing things. 1 point equals 20 damage. Yeah, and I mean, my own missiles, for example, hit for 40 damage. Now, what happens if you get hit by 20? Let's say you hit for 21 damage. I'm assuming this is ablative. If we get hit by 10 damage, then there's only 10 points of armor left. We get hit by 10 again, then we have no armor. But maybe that's not how it works. Maybe it reduces each shot by that much. I suspect it's not. It must wear away. It has to. Yeah, side armor covers a lot more. Yeah, it's quite long, so it's got to be heavier, and that's fair. And yeah, I have heard the armor is quite good against lasers at long range. Lasers do very poorly against armor unless you're really close up. And then there's some extra modifiers here that I don't really know. But let's say we did design something like this, and then we need to put in enough fuel to have some sort of maneuverability. And actually, already it's not too shabby, because if we're sitting here somewhere around here, somewhere between 5 to 10 delta V, it seems to be generally acknowledged as a pretty good value for orbital defense. Technically, this I think to make a one-way trip to the moon. The 8K may have trouble reaching the moon from an Earth orbit if it has less than that, but theoretically could maybe just barely get there. Not that that's our plan. I'd say this actually might be a halfway competent design. Actually, I might be fine now. The catching alien ships, so we are very slow. Mostly, we're going to be reliant on the alien ships choosing to engage with us. But that might be sufficient. We're going to need, like, so much more push here to be able to generally catch them. But we can maybe, like, force them out of the orbit. Yeah, you're right. 6 engines not necessarily always the best. Because there's extra weight. We go faster, but there's extra weight of the actual hardware, so we were actually losing Delta V along the way. And we could go. If we went with one engine, we'd move that much slower, but we'd be moving that much more efficiently. Interestingly enough, because we've got more engines, we're heavier, so we're actually turning slower as well. This is a viable design. I would dump the heatsink for an extra magazine. Ah! With what? The argument that we're so vulnerable anyway that it doesn't matter if our radiator is open or not? Another vote for drop heatsink, get more mags. Okay, and that's the sort of thing that there's no real way to know what the correct move is there until you've done a bunch of combats and been like, and whatever. Tell you what, let's, I'm going to save this as like, I'm not going to build it right away. I'm going to call this Defender 1. Let's just keep that in mind. But we could. And my idea is we make a little flock of these guys so that we have enough missile throw to overwhelm enemy point defense. Ooh, on series over here. Nice. Okay, 1 point defense. We got 19 power to spare currently. Oh yeah, and I still got to check that maybe extreme orbit base around Earth. It's our only thing on series. We're beaten to the other stuff by human factions. I mean, we might still want to go to war and like clear that up, but oh yeah, this is the place where I built a bunch of, well, I guess I built 2 fusion, like regular fission piles as opposed to the heavy ones, maybe as a rounding error, but we might want to change it. I don't know if there's anything worth building though on series at this point. We have a little point defense. I mean, I could throw in a second point defense, as long as I build. So we'll be short 21 power. Well, the farm to like save money, right? What was it called? It was the hydroponics bay. And a construction bay, I don't know if it's worth it around here because it's the only base here. Like the construction module. Right? This lets us like accelerates construction of modules this hab and others. But so far this is all we've got. So maybe we throw that in. And how much does a heavy fission pile give us fuel-wise? 15. So it wouldn't be enough for a point defense. So I think I'll just leave it there. I did queue up on a few other things. Okay, so on Earth, this one is in the extreme orbit. Is it possible some of these others aren't named right either? And the thing with these energy labs is we're in this extreme orbit. I think originally this place had been built because we were going to build spaceships out of here because it was higher up. But then it turned out we decided to build a constructor in regular orbit. So this one in extreme orbit just got used for some of this energy lab stuff. So we're not getting the grant 3% bonus to our investments in the boost priority because it's not an Earth interface orbit. But otherwise, it's still acting as an energy lab. It's still giving us a little bit of raw science and some energy lab stuff. So I think this is okay. And it might get repurposed as another like ship construction base later. In the example transfer, you can choose transfer type in the bottom left at choosing start and destinations, while you got diffusing transfer time because it was missing a launch window. It took a later date with a shorter travel time. Oh, maybe. Okay. Still doesn't really explain why more armor made it faster. Well, maybe the idea is because we were putting more armor on, so the construction was going to take longer, so it missed the transfer window, so it was just changing it to the next transfer window. That would actually suddenly make some sense. If that's what it was. Adding armor made us miss a window, so it went for the next one, which happened to be shorter. I don't know. Still weird. All right, investigating China. Right, because we are moving into China, and at the same time, apparently the aliens are also deciding to move in over here, too. Low Mercury orbit. God damn it! How come a Hooli's gonna get targeted? No, I don't want to take you there. I want you to... Mercury Low, Halko Mahuli. We do have twin layered defense arrays ready to go at Halko. Of course, doesn't mean we necessarily have the ideal technology to support that, but we're finally going to put into test. Everyone says, even 2's overkill. You could just probably get away with 1. Yeah, it might be 1 with other techs. But okay. Nothing we can do here. Okay, we have to accept the engagement. That's frustrating. Oh, save the HAB template.
Restarting mission now.
Okay, so it gets named there. We could rename it. Well, that's a brilliant idea, though. We do have a lot of hate from the aliens. All right, well, we'll just auto-resolve it. Victory for the aliens. Has docked with Mercury Low, Halkamahuli may now seize or destroy the station. Oh, shit! It didn't just blow it up. They're taking it over? Or are they? Well, they might still. Okay, now they destroyed it. Okay. So... is it still a launch from Earth? Oh, it is. Alco lives. And yes, I had point defense. Again, everyone's like, oh, it's totally fine. But I think people might be overestimating the value of point defense, our point defense at this stage, as a basis of other technologies. Station point defense pretty much useless. I love how Twitch chat cannot agree. Either one point defense is suitable to defeat all aliens forever and always, or it's completely useless, with no place in between. Flamebeard is very detected over here. I think it's time for you to take a go-to-ground mission.
Going off the grid. Standing by.
We got some stuff to burninate.
Standing by.
Let's send you in there.
Ready for orders.
Cathal, we'll have you jump in as well in case we get more than one go.
By.
And Rodical, I'm going to get you to do another scan in this area currently.
Eyes up.
Any chance this is an alien?
What's the op?
Do I let you go to ground, or do we go... It's not a 99% success, which is interesting. You know what, Flamebeard, you'll go to ground after this.
Tracking target.
And then Event Geek weighs in with HAB defense is only good to deter other humans until quite deep in the tech tree. Boy, if we ever got some consistency in Twitch chat, it'd be scary, wouldn't it? But that makes sense. That sort of vibes with what I'm getting. I think people are imagining the effectiveness of their point defense at later tech points. I think in previous versions, point defense was kind of funky, so it's possible people are writing in old info. That's true, too. It seems a lot has changed between the 0.3 and the 0.4 version that we're playing on now. And so some things may be out of date. Danger medium did go down. That is true. They got a little bit of their hate going. So that's good to see.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Space Navies, we weren't going to freak out if we didn't get first. I don't know if I had to rush this one the same way. Well, it was sort of for some control points, actually, so maybe. Speaking of, we should try to get another control point over here. Critical success!
Mission
Yeah, it actually meant to have CC go and grab one earlier. The struggle to smuggle. Hey, does anyone play the Codenames, like sort of board game, party game? Doesn't this look like the art style from that? Cathal confronts Radical. What, again? These two! We're going to lock them in a room and force them to get along. We're going to put them into one of those get along shirts, right? You just like stuff two people in one shirt and say, deal with it. Something some parents, I think, use for kids. Get some perspective, snaps Radical. We're facing an alien invasion and we need money. Who cares where it comes from? That's exactly why our practices need to be above board, Cathal retorts. We need to appeal to humanity's best nature if we're going to unite against this threat. So, again, we're just picking a person to side with and have some mood change one way or another. We can get a little bit of influence or a little bit of money, or the answer must be that we're flexible and we piss off both equally. I really don't think it matters.
Mission.
You know what? We're going to keep sticking with Radical. Well, I don't need the money. Actually, I think I'd rather the influence, because that's about 2 months worth of influence. And this money here, giving our spoils, I don't think is that much. Okay, I'm going to do this. So this will upset Radical. We're going to have to do some inspires with her, but that's okay. So yeah, they're taking the lead over here, which is fine. It's totally okay. Okay, we need to secure Mexico. Why don't you go to ground?
Going
You've
silent.
been quite spotted.
Standing by.
Jeansy might have to as
At
well
your
soon.
service.
I'm going to move to just here and do a little scan.
Eyes up.
Acknowledged.
All right, Radical's in fine
What's
shape.
the up?
Yeah, they're new orgs. We're going to take a look at Cathal here in a second.
We'll restore
Stabilize
peace
over
to
there.
this nation.
I'm here.
And Wu, I think I still wanted you to do some go-to-ground stuff.
Evading
And
pursuit.
Cece, who I think has been
Reporting
improving
here.
relations in China, we're going to get you to do a control nation in China instead.
Establishing our presence.
Okay, I think that's okay. And then
Ready.
Cathal, well, you're capped right now. Oh, you could take Eridu over here. 'Cause I don't think we had... No, we don't have an unassigned org with some admin. So we'll throw that in. Well, we can give you another lab. Oh, there's no science rating. It's just a few science points and some life stuff. And we'll give it Astra. Okay. Good. So right now, we control... Someone's asking about government bodies over... Oh! Sorry, Mexico. We need to protect our interests. We have the defense sector and the bureaucracy. Mr. Natron,
Orders,
I would like you, please, to defend our interest in Mexico.
making things safe for
Thank
our
you very
people.
much.
Protecting our interests.
Hunkering down.
Low Mars orbit. No! Leave my shit alone!
Watch. Initiating deep cover.
Okay. Can I minimize you for a second? I just upgraded the settlement core over here so we'd be able to build more stuff. I'm worried that we're going to get nuked from orbit before I'm going to get any of it. But what I would like is 2 layered defense arrays. So yeah, this number here is only the change that's going to happen from our construction, which is a little annoying. So we currently have a plus 16. There. So there'll still be a net -5, but we're going to come out at a plus 11 overall. And yeah, I don't know if we have a construction module on Mars. 10 power. I think we're going to be, yeah, we're going to be at net +1 power if I do this. Okay. Oh, and then there was the other base as well. That I thought I minimized, but I don't know. Huh. It was more core over here, which just finished its core. So the same sort of thing. Oh, right. And I want to update the settlement as well. Dead center, top, middle. Oh, this thing here. Ah, cool. Okay. Yeah, if I wanted this. So again, you're at a plus 16. This is a plus 14. I can build 2 of these and be at plus 44, which is indeed enough for another layered. Yeah. Yeah, so minus 12, but we were... Oh, everything's upgrading, so nothing's using power right now. Yeah, total potential available power 130, total potential power consumption 117. So we have 13 to spare. Okay. And yeah, at some point we'll get presumably another tier of stuff, but for now we've got this. You spin me right round, baby, right now. Like a
Violence
planet.
is abating.
Good. Mexico's getting much better. Recouping from some of our earlier mistreatment. And ready to make a fine addition to our collection. I think I could bring down the welfare expenditure to like a 1 dot over here. Because it's only moderate and working its way better. It's no longer creating the wrong kind of pressure on diversity. We're still bumping up knowledge to help to boost the democracy better, keep this balance, keep the knowledge going. I can pull back on the unity spending as well. Part of that was to help bring up the cohesion, which is in good place right now, so we can go and dedicate more towards knowledge and just help overall over there. And then we could potentially at some point boost our military spending with the idea that we can bring up our tech a bit for our future merge, but I think we're going to go and leave that there. We did send a few things to some juicy asteroids recently. Yep, indeed. I want to make sure to not overspend our mission control because I definitely want to build a fleet fairly soon. That's definitely a big part of our plan. Institutional bastions, good. Oh, Greater United North America is ready to go, which will let us claim Mexico, Quebec. Ooh, some of the islands. That's great. We're definitely going to want to look into that. Oh, and I can start a new project now, actually. So that is very expensive. I kind of wanna. All right, so I don't think we'll bother with like the Nerva drive, the Amplitron drive. I'm thinking about just hiding these. Let's sort by category for a second. Over here. I heard the Dumbo drives aren't too bad, but we have ion drives we can use for really long distance stuff. And I don't know if it says this is a prereq anywhere. It would, right? It would say if one of these projects, some projects are prereqs for other projects, I think it would be visible here or at the bottom, but it's not either. So I'm assuming that this project doesn't lead to anything. I guess I could double check. So, but what I'm thinking of is we hide this, that quartz drive maybe. We've got the solar version of the kits. We might get the fission versions for the outer planet stuff. This thing, oh, this is the thing that people said used to be like super sick OP, or like the tier 2 version of it. Oh, this is the tier 2 version, but is maybe less so anymore. Yeah, I'm just thinking of hiding all of these drives. To thin out this list. We can always show obsolete and go looking for them again afterwards. We've got solid core fission level 3. So I know some drives need gas core. The pulsar we're using needs solid core, so I don't think we need to research these now. We might still want to leave them in the list because we're not sure. These new research centers seem pretty good. Yeah, where's the fission reactor array? Right there. Okay. So this is a tier 2. Is this the upgrade over the fission pile or the heavy fission pile or both? So let's go and, well, first of all, I'll mark it as a favorite. Oh, which moves it right away. But as I said, I want to start researching this, and it's super cheap. So yeah, we got to burn through that basically instantaneously. It'll be here next week. And then what we'll do is, actually, I guess I could keep sort of looking. Nah, fine. We'll deal with it in a second. Nope. Nope. It's an upgrade of the regular one, but it's better than tier 1 heavy. Okay. Salamander autopsy is completed. Enemy terrorized missions, -3 penalty against their control points. That I really like. That I think is huge. Okay, so we're back over here. Water purification techniques. I mean, that's nice. This is our next tier of armor. And then we got a few radiators and a few batteries. And again, it's a situation of, you know, we probably sort of pick and choose these. I don't think we need any batteries right now, so we'll hold off on that. I heard that these carbon nanotube radiators are pretty good. Although again, I don't know if it's something we need right now. This nano factory is a tier 2 construction upgrade, and it's super cheap. Let's research that. Nanotube's pretty good until you get full adamantine later.
Our supporters are in place.
Hidden Droplet's best radiator. Hidden Droplet. Interesting. All right, we got ourselves another control point in China. And we're not over our cap. Nice. Don't repeat. But we are going to swing over and copy our priorities over here. Again, get rid of this ridiculous wealth inequality. Although currently it is helping to bring the cohesion back down to a midpoint, but we do want to burn it away. High invested in knowledge is also bringing this closer to a midpoint. We're trying to break the authoritarian government because we decided whether or not it's optimal, we're idealists, we're dreamers. We're here to fix the world. So of course, what we're going to do is try to also fix China. A little investment in Unity, mostly because it's going to give us some free public support, which is really handy, sort of countering some of the other efforts, and it's going to slow that down, or it's going to bring this up and bring this down in a way opposite to knowledge, but it's going to be fine. And we could focus entirely on fixing China as quickly as possible. Especially since actually we don't need mission control right now. Maybe what I'll do is bring it down to a 1. So we'll still get a percentage bonus going on there. Maybe I'll do the same thing with, oh, I've already got a tick in military. Okay, that's fine. And then, yeah, nothing else right now. But we'll keep it in there because having a dot gives us a slight percentage boost or overall investment. But yeah, we'll focus on fixing it. And yeah, we will Greater North America because nothing else that'll let us integrate Mexico here. But we might need to grab some control points in some of the other places that are available or do some war declarations. Like, we could be like, you know what? The initiative, you guys suck. So if we get some claims all over the south over here, we might start working on that. Okay, yep, we got more armies. Kazakhstan defend interest. America defend interest. Now, when we put these people on automatic, they do tend to do these things anyway, but
securing our
let's
control.
Just make sure.
Ready for orders.
Where to? Securing our control.
PC, you're gonna go and inspire
Ready to go.
Thal, who we keep
I'll
siding against
ensure
her.
their loyalty.
Standing by for orders.
I mean, we didn't see evidence of an alien buzzing around here, but they could have landed here and then gone anywhere else. It's entirely possible. We could just randomly start to follow a counselor that we don't know. And there's one in Brazil with an 94% chance. It's probably someone we've seen before, of course. Oh, I sided against Radical that time. Okay.
Eyes on target.
Standing by for orders.
Where do you need?
Oh, right, because I didn't need the money. I wanted the influence.
I'll make sure they're
You know,
on
Cathal
our
can
side.
also do
Reporting in.
inspire. Can you inspire Radical? Yeah, not very high chance. Kind of funny, you know. Again, I'm gonna lock them into a room and force them to play nice with each other.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
Acknowledged.
And then Gene C, I guess you can just go to ground right now because we don't have any need for your
Hunkering down.
special talents right at the moment. So it seems like a good time for us to take a little pause there. You suck at talking to people both in real life and in game.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Hey, critical success. You know what? Repeat. We'll repeat a couple of
Securing
times
our
there for you.
interests.
Making things safe for our people.
Initiating deep cover.
That succeeded as well. I won't
I
repeat
think
you though
we
because
had
it's
a
not that
breakthrough.
great. All right, fission array is done. Let me do another round of looking at some of the stuff over here and trying to make some decision. So yeah, we got a couple of different armors. The nanotube armor, the foam metal armor. We did get confirmation from someone in the chat, I don't remember who said it, that yeah, this nanotube radiator is actually a pretty strong one. So it seems like a good one we'll pick up. Whether or not we need it right this moment, I don't know. But yeah. But it does cause me to ask... Oh, there we go. We've got that locked in, which I thought we might be able to pull out of our research a little sooner. But it does prompt me to ask, can we maybe just go and design the ships now? If we got a fleet of like...
surveilled.
5 of these missile boats, you know, would that be something? Would they be able to fire enough missile weight to go and poke at these little scout ships? Of course, that's just going to piss off the aliens some more, but, you know, so be it. Three is enough. Make it 10. Oh, Twitch chat, never change. Government favors. In today's world of international intrigue, GeneC has found government connections to be a very useful asset. Yet, as the smartly dressed young woman sipping coffee across the table from GeneC explains, India's assistance won't come for free. Working for the resistance is all good and well, but it would be good for GeneC to remember her patriotic duties. Oh, GeneC must be Indian. Refuse to do India's dirty work for them. GeneC could lose the government trait? Oh, shit. Okay. Actually, GeneC has a 70% chance to lose the government trait. Could even gain the enemy state trait, which we'd have to buy off and then put the government back. Her losing the government trait would be awful. Yeah, you're saying you refuse GeneC, but... And then even if we don't lose the government trait, you'll be detained for 4 mission phases. Or we could agree to steal documents or rescue defectors. So presumably what it'll do is it'll trigger a follow-up event that we'll have to do. I used 2 shitty escorts packed with Artemis torpedoes to equally take down an alien ship. I don't think we have that. We only have the first tier of missiles. Well, I mean, not the basic missiles, but... Damn. You're no traitor. Traitor to who, though, GeneC? Traitor to the resistance or to India? You have 2 masters. You losing the government trait would be really bad. Holy shit. The problem is I don't know what these little missions are like. I'm kind of curious. You know, yeah, not betraying, it's just some extracurricular activity. We're going to go with option 2. You know, you've got a side gig. It's a gig economy. What can you do? The smartly dressed woman is pleased to hear that. After informing GeneC to expect contact with further details soon, she finishes her coffee and leaves with a smile. Okay, rescue defector mission is going to be unlocked. I'm assuming we're going to get a pop-up. They can be good rewards, but they can be dangerous. Ooh. Vietnam v. Cambodia. All right. Okay, nanotube filament radiator is done. Now, what is armor struts? This is just an utility module, maybe? Reinforced struts. Increase the amount of armor each face in the ship can carry by 100%. I don't know if we want to carry more armor. It's heavy. It sinks. Fuel cells. I don't think we're using fuel cells. Gas core. What's the solar steamers? Long-range cargo transport. Use constant thrust to reduce delivery times of HAB modules launched outside the launch window. Well, that's handy. It's also really cheap at 500. That is microscopic. We could get the tier 4 fission reactor, actually, which we're planning on using. Grab farm. Oh, which is presumably an upgrade, yeah, to our hydroponics base. Okay. Sounds good. I think we might get some of those others as well. I might want to star the solid core. So much shit. There's so much shit.
Conflict in space doesn't have an exact analog in terrestrial warfare, although our instructors keep trying to explain it like it does. Armored warfare where the tanks are all sliding around on ice? A submarine engagement with nowhere to hide? Air combat where there's no gravity to overcome or air to bank against? Trying to come up with a universal metaphor will lead to wrong assumptions and broken ships. Teach the physics and the decision sets they imply. Our crews can handle it. Commander Fiona Ayawade to training officers.
The commercial research is a repeatable tech that I think is just research as money or something like that. It gets more expensive over time. Perhaps the earliest conflict in space was not between two nations, but between two branches of the armed forces, the Air Force and the Navy. Air Forces made the initial claim on the domain, treating it as a slightly higher extension of the role in the air. But as launches evolved into missions and then into long-term deployments, spacecraft become spaceships, and different routines take hold. Officers must stand watch. Crew must live and work together for months or even years, but shipboard life doesn't fully mirror that of wet navies either, with ships laid out like buildings and long periods of null gravity. Our officers and crew are learning and adapting, building new tactics and procedures, and a new culture. Okay, flag bridge becomes unlocked. Nano factory is done. Yeah, so for example, someone was asking about the commercial research. Yeah, we just spend some research to generate some money, and then the cost goes up a little bit. Researching a bunch of the tier 2 versions of our research things might be very good. We can crunch things together. We can hide that, hide that. This is a repeatable one for control points. Oh yeah, these things can give us MC in space, but it's quite pricey. Okay. I think we'll look at some of these tier 2 versions of our research labs. Let me pull this back here so we can do everything kind of evenly. I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm thinking yeah, this annoying little... There we go. Oh, there was a trick to finding the classes right away, wasn't there? Oh, there. Ship classes, I guess, is the button I want. Can I... Upgrade invalid refit. It was like the armor that's new. I think, right? No, competent armor is what we got. Can't remember. Wasn't there one other thing I unlocked? Maybe there wasn't, actually. It's still these missiles. Same utility modules. We do have this reactor now, or radiator, which the cost just moves around, and it needs fewer tonnage per gigawatt of thing. So that seems like an okay idea. Cheap battery's still good. We still have the level 3 over here in these engines. Okay. The radiator should save you some tons. And someone is saying, like, sort of rule of thumb might be like 8 missiles per volley for a single ship, which could mean we could go with so we could either go with monitors or destroyers. We'd have to build 2 monitors, or we build 4 destroyers. So if I save this, I'm going to override Defender 1. Oh, I don't know why it blanked out. That's kind of annoying. But if we use the monitor, here's about the auto choose. Okay, it did choose the pulsar drives. Solid water battery, nanotube, targeting computer. So this does put in the heat sink and a point defense laser turret. But if we're just YOLO moding it, right? Like, we're not going to shoot anything down anyway. I wonder if we need the targeting computer. Enemy ECM damage sensors. I mean, maybe here's where, because people seem to be keen on the double magazine. We go double magazine plus 1 heatsink. Or ditch the heatsink for the targeting computer. I don't think I want to put more magazine because I just expect we're not going to be able to survive long enough to get that many. This design's at exactly 10 kps. So I think these are both totally valid approaches to the same design. Yeah, I was thinking, since people had discounted the heatsinks anyway, I was thinking maybe we do the targeting computer. So then, if we close out of here, And, oops. Yeah, we are looking at our ship classes. Okay, it's got the wrong name, that's all. Can't... Are these two, like the Defender-1 class and Block 2 class, are these... Yeah, that's the old one. Okay. So it didn't... I was hoping it was going to overwrite the name, but it didn't do that. There's no button here to show and hide obsolete. That's weird. Yeah, Block 2 is definitely the upgrade. I was just hoping it would override it. But I think it's the same, but it's got the better radiator, so it's slightly lighter. So yeah, this is what we'd be comparing between these two. So we'd need twice as much of these escorts. But they're not half the price. They're much less than half the price. They're about quarter the amount of materials over here. They're also speedier for whatever that, you know, value that might be. But it feels to me like the escorts are better. Now, the escorts are much more likely, I'd say, to lose some of the escorts than the monitors. On the other hand, the monitors may be so weak that they're basically going to be thrown away as well. Obviously, hides from the shipyard view. Okay. Yeah, we could trash these. Since we don't have any of these ships, I could just trash these, and I may very well do that. The monitors cost 2 MC instead of 1. So in a sense, to my eyes, the monitor is twice as powerful. But it costs more than twice as many resources. So I'm just wondering about spamming out, let's say a group of 5. I'm still thinking maybe a group of 5 of these things. 4 might have been enough for the missile swarm, but if we do 5, maybe it makes it that much more certain. Get a hit squad of 5 of these. Building a Meowzone. Well, okay, here's one difference. While the monitor version is more than twice as much, maybe quadruple the resources, it's not double the amount of time. It's actually only about 50% longer to build. So we can increase our force capacity a lot faster by building the monitors. Five escorts plus 1 monitor. My thing with that is we'd only be moving at the speed that the monitor could handle, which is less. Oh yeah, we could just strip away a little bit of fuel from the monitor. That might help as well. I think I'm going to go and do this. It'll take us the better part of a year to do that, but that's fine. And yeah, around Mercury, I believe we had wanted to have a shipyard.
Procedures for flight, we make sure the doors get secured now, please.
All right, those are the bases on the surface. Okay, you're still doing that. Halco Lives. Was Halco Lives our shipyard? I don't remember.
Go ahead. Secure the
We'll
doors.
come back to it once it's got its central core again. Oh yeah, this is all skunk works. Yeah, Halco was the shipyard. Okay, so that's the issue there. Let's hope it lives long enough to be a shipyard next time. I want to just use the escort right now. Yeah, I'm going to go with the escorts because it'll be a little cheaper. It'll be a little longer to build, but I think that's okay. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll build monitors when we get the next sort of level of technology opening itself up. All right, we can't take another control point in China right now.
Ready to go.
So, Steel Project is available. Oh, this is an espionage job. That's a job for Radical.
Ready for my mission.
Huh. Okay, so they're all against enemies, which is good. So, let's go after the servants here, since they already hate us anyway. We've got a 99% chance to steal a project. Now, we might be stealing a project that's not terribly useful, that is something that's going to lock for us anyway, but let's do it anyway.
No secret is safe from me.
Ready.
And I think I might just hit some automates for some of these people because I don't think
Acknowledged.
there's anything sort of screaming out for us
Reporting in.
currently. Mr. Natrium, I definitely want you to advise the United States.
Offering assistance.
Ready for my mission.
And we'll do that. And yeah, it's possible there's some orgs that might be half decent to take as well. We'd have to make a pass through all the counselors. And
I
see.
believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Offering
Oh, I should have maybe
counsel.
repeated that. I think I need to do a few other loyalty missions on Radical here.
Lending my expertise.
Protecting our interests.
Our advances in science and technology can be the key to the gates of heaven, but also to the gates of hell. We must choose wisely every time, or we may never choose again. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, speech at the United Nations.
Ever since we gazed upon the burning sun in our sky, we have wondered how its light and power were created. As early as 1920, scientists theorized about the sheer endless possibility of nuclear fusion. Now, with the countless challenges and opportunities presented by the arrival of life from outer space, it is imperative that we realize this dream of unprecedented energy. We have finally developed a concrete path to make the impossible possible, controlled nuclear fusion. By using powerful magnets and lasers, we have refined the technology to push smaller atoms together so that they fuse into heavier elements. The trick to nuclear fusion is to overcome the repelling force that prevents atoms from fusing on their own. This allows the binding nuclear force to take over and merge the atoms together. When fusing lighter atoms into heavier ones, we observe Einstein's famous law making itself once more inarguable. Energy and mass merge together to create something new, while releasing excess energy. It is this burst of released energy that is key to meeting the steep power requirements of deep space habitats, but also our ever more demanding spaceship drives and weapons. Our scientists believe this breakthrough will help to level the playing field in the vast reaches of space. Now that the fundamentals of off-world fusion reactors have been proven possible, they predict that we shall soon see reactors running on two potent hydrogen isotopes, deuterium and tritium. But we must also master at least one of several confinement methods to control and direct the massive energies we're creating. Once accomplished, the versatility of this energy source will surely know no bounds. So, if I want advanced pulsar drives, I think we have all the prereqs. Oh, that's not true. The advanced one needs arc lasers, which needs supercapacitors. And I think supercapacitors was the path to something else as well. So I'm going to research supercapacitors as a global technology. Some techs are optional. We're already locked in here. This has got percentage things, although I don't know if I care about either of these two drives here. Well, that's laser engine. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll go ahead and do this for a second anyway. Oh, if the line is yellow, it's optional.
Data acquired.
Hey, heavy fission reactor array. Tier 2. So this is the upgrade to our heavy array. Okay. That actually seems like an exceptionally good get. You know what? We've been doing one of these story projects as often as possible. Let me finish their purpose and advance our story. And then we'll pick that up. Now, that might have been a tech that we'd have gotten to anyway. We'll see. Alien hoax! Faked alien activity prominent in United Kingdom. Cattle mutilation, crop circles, strange lights in the sky. A clever prankster has been taking advantage of recent uncertainty by staging a number of well-orchestrated pranks across the United Kingdom, drawing attention away from the danger which the real aliens pose. This cannot continue. So we can't do option 2 because we're not extremists. Whoever they are, they have talent. Make them an offer they can't refuse. But option 1 is it should be easy enough to debunk them. It costs us 100 influence. Oh well. There are a lot of human ships around the moon.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Xenoscience Research Center is done, so that's tier 2. So we have to research. We don't have immediately. We can now research the... I didn't favorite it. This isn't searchable, is it? No. There it is, right here. Heavy fission reactor array. We're gonna research that. And stay focused on their purpose, though, for now. Yeah. All right, Damon at Utopia Polynesia. Okay, it's still working on its layered defense, but otherwise seems to be in pretty good shape. We could start doing these fission reactor upgrades. Oh, right, because I got that, and now I've got the upgrade for the heavy one as well. Well, now I'm like, I don't want to compare the two. Oh, it's a gain influence. I gained influence. Oh, okay. We'd have to, so I mean, the heavy fission piles currently, like these tier 1s, right? The basic one and the heavy one, both tier 1s. Heavy fission pile gives you more energy per slot. I suspect it might not be as materially efficient. Actually, wait. Okay, same amount of water, same amount of volatiles. 0.05 points, but 50% more fissibles for 33% more power. Yeah, so they're actually pretty good. I know both these are tier 1s. The fission pile and the heavy fission pile are both tier 1s, but the heavy one does a little bit more. And so now we have the tier 2 fission, and then we're working on the tier 2 heavy fission. We can compare those numbers too to decide maybe what we want to do. Farm! All right. Another good source of upgrades, potentially. I am thinking about the solar steamers, because that might be useful. But then we still have a lot of starred shit at the top. Right, this is a moneymaker. I think we have the tier 1 version of this kicking around. And then the tier 2 research centers as well is highly tempting. You know, they're so cheap. Yeah. All right. Keep going for their purpose, please. We obviously want to get all the tier 2 research centers, so I don't think it's ever going to be a wrong decision to research them. The only question might be if there's something to research first. Nano factory. Okay. So right now we have 11 to spare. If I do this, we'll be 29 short. Now we'll be well positive. Short, well positive. Okay, that's all the upgrades. Done. Don't make too much fission piles because the upkeep later will kill you. Of our fissible materials, presumably. Makes sense. Okay. We are building ships. Really, we're not going to use this much control. I think I will go ahead and fire off some more things. Oh yeah, this display is awkward because it doesn't actually give us real numbers. This one does. It'd be nice to filter this to show things where no one was yet. I don't think that's worth doing. New project, Flag Bridge. An interest in Canada and the UK.
Ready for orders.
Understood.
Making things safe for our people.
Reporting in.
There's no more projects to steal that we know about. Unity UK.
Protecting our interests.
You're gonna
Where
keep
do you need me?
inspiring.
Ready for orders.
Radical, please.
I'll speak with...
Everyone else is good. Okay, and yeah, we have our federation going. It's January when we're going to be able to unify Canada and the United States.
I think we have...
And yeah, what I was wondering with our little war fleet is building one defensive ship in it. Because at the very least, like, we could have our missile ships count as disposable, but we might want one that is more likely to survive the round of attack, so we have a survivor for the battle at the end.
Protecting our interests.
Fleet 18's
Securing
back.
our interests.
Securing
To
our
get salvage,
control.
one needs to survive. That's what I was reading.
Support.
So I was wondering about a full point defense ship.
Every child adores playing with magnets.
So Irish ship, good early
yet
tactic,
most
yeah.
adults pay them no heed. Foolish, really, for one day they will become the very bedrock of our society. Chancellor Li Qingzhao.
Magnets are cool.
Interview with Wired magazine.
Electromagnetics have become the cornerstone of our technological progress, but as it becomes necessary to contain and direct ever greater forces, we must in turn generate far stronger magnetic fields. Our newly designed superconducting magnets operate very similarly to existing electromagnets, but have effectively zero resistance to electricity. No resistance means no heat generation and no energy loss. This efficiency means much more power, which in practical terms means magnetic fields should allow us to contain hydrogen without adding extra mass to our ship's systems. This effect may even be strong enough to keep antimatter separate from matter. This is an important breakthrough in terms of meeting both our future power and weapons needs. The roadblock until now has been the requirement to keep such coils as low as -452 degrees Fahrenheit? Oh, game. I'm so disappointed. Game. Fahrenheit? When we're talking about science shit? Come on! But the creation of low-footprint, affordable cryo-coolers finally makes this plausible, even when space and weight is at a premium. Okay. Well, there's that tin droplet radiator, which people say are pretty good. Chance of getting maglev trains, and it leads to some more stuff, which was one of the big things with this particular bad boy. Work towards the more advanced fission systems as well. I am wondering about just picking up some of these cheaper ones just to be able to move forward a little bit. Orange Drive, Next Gen Aerospace. People warned me about this one, that it might open some shit that might be a problem. I don't think we go to Jupiter yet. Guess I could look at, something I might want to build and work towards there. This leads to heavy fission reactor farms. I'm wondering about the advanced stuff. Or we go straight to UV combat lasers. That's interesting. It's so expensive. So expensive. But we could make a huge jump forward where our very first laser ships use ultraviolet lasers. This doesn't advance the story, no. And we go straight to some high-end fusion as opposed to fission. Which is going to be good because then we get power generation that's not reliant on fissibles. Oh, we need some alien tech before we can get there. I mean, we could start the research, but... Where do transform phages go? Yeah, Now, I know that the lasers have 3 different flavors of levels. It's like normal, arc, something else. In addition to infrared, visible, ultraviolet. And I'm wondering if we need tech to unlock the arc laser, but I don't know what that would be called. Oh, there's a tech called arc lasers. How about we work towards this? Oh, well, we're already working on it because we're working towards supercapacitors. I mean, I like the idea of manufacturing shit. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that screams out for us. The Orion Drive, is that the one where you drop nukes behind you? It's very entertaining. Nuclear missiles. I mean, maybe we do just research this and then poke around. Number of habitat mining modules support without paying emission costs increased by 6. Probe Jupiter. Yay. Let's go for some fusion-y stuff. I do like it. That's fission. Oh, we don't we could go right to the deuterium tritium fission. F it. Let's just do it. We're gonna start a slow build towards fusion. And it'll no longer be 10 years away. It'll only be apparently 2 years away. Done. Okay, still want to get their purpose finished before we end today's stream. Government favors, rescue defector. Here we go. Here's GNC having to do the work for the government of India. A high-level nuclear scientist has become disenchanted with the current government of China and is offering to defect to India with a briefcase full of nuclear secrets in hand. However, India needs a deniable covert asset to go in and extract the defector, and that's where Gene C comes in. Abort the mission. Gene C would lose the government trait. We don't want that. Use forged documents to bring the defector through Beijing International Airport. Very coin flippy. Okay, if we fail, we just get detained for 4 mission phases, which isn't the end of the world. It's not great, but it's not going to kill us. Succeed, we get some XP. We can sneak the defector through Chinese border on foot. Much more likely to succeed. Here the fail is pay 10 ops, be detained for 4 mission phases. Or our connections to the Chinese government will make the defector simply disappear. We do have connections within the Chinese government. Lower chance of succeeding. We have to pay a bunch of money. Yeah, I know if the counselors attain, their stats don't contribute control points, which sucks. Looks like 3 is the best, because it'll give us a 63% chance to succeed by paying a few ops, which doesn't matter. Defector was skeptical at making a long trek across the border, but Gene C convinced them it was the best way, and it was. After a tense week of hiking and hiding, the defector made it across the border, and from there was able to travel safely to India. Mission accomplished. Nice. Let's spend some XP here. Oh, hold on a sec. Let me deal with this hab, including some upgrades. Do that for now. Project complete. Their purpose. We have been able to solicit invaluable information from the alien captive, thanks to a discovery that Hydra falsehoods carry unique ferrocite signatures. Oh, we can tell when they lie? Oh, these guys would be terrible at poker. Because it transpires that a Hydra will rather go silent than be caught lying, as far as we can tell, an unsuccessful deception is a source of great shame. It has been surprisingly straightforward to establish which matters the alien is relatively willing to discuss, with full confidence that it is not deceiving us. In consequence, we have now gleaned significant understanding with species' intentions for Earth. Okay, fulfills objective, determines their purpose. We update our intelligence estimate about how the aliens regard our faction with accurate information. So maybe a little bit more finesse over here. And we got more stuff in the codex.
We finally understand why they are here, Commander.
Lie, I'm telling the truth. Okay, please add and upgrade all HABs button to devs. Yeah. Translator's note. We have analyzed the Hydra's responses to our previous interrogation and have overcome several hurdles. We have added words to our vocabulary and believe we should now be able to convey and understand slightly more complicated concepts. Begin transcript. Query. Clarify. Subjugation. Reason. Factual. Neutralize. Threat. Statement. Human. Threat. Negative. Factual. Incorrect. I guess we're trying to say humans aren't a threat. And then the alien's like, no, that's wrong. Statement. Human. Threat. Negative. So I guess we're repeating it. Patronizing. Potential threat is still a threat. Untranslatable. Dictates that infancy/preliminary stage is the ideal stage to neutralize a threat. Confident. Assured. Humanity exhibits aggressive/unruly behavior. What's not wrong there? We recognize this pattern. Interstellar aggression is a matter of time. I mean, so you're going to defeat aggression with aggression. Okay. Statement. Objective. Species threatened. Unity. Resistance. Amused aggression. Incorrect. Untranslatable. Fractures under our influence. Lack of consensus. Humans flee your solar system. Humans subvert your resistance for profit. Humans fight to advance our goals. I mean, they're calling out the other factions for sure. Certain. No consensus. No victory. Statement. Consensus lacking. Irrelevant. Human resistance end. Negative. Factual. The salamanders believe the same. Now they serve the Hydra. Anger. First threat to strike the Hydra. First threat subjugated. Many resisted. These salamanders you see now are fortunate. Salamanders who did not obey/submit reduced to tribalism. They will never again be permitted to become a threat. Peaceful, prideful, boastful. Likewise, the Griffins. I wonder if we're going to see some of these Griffins. Before our control/guidance, they nearly destroyed their species. Knowledge of biological weapons could not be permitted to leave Griffin homeworld. Query. Salamander. Griffin. Human. Subjugation. Reason. Clarify. Wistful melancholy. The salamanders took our homeworld. Hostility/fear drove them to xenocide. Fire/horror/scream/disaster consumed judges, dancers, untranslatable. Artists. Hydra, beauty/culture/history, gone in an instant. Resolved. Remaining Hydra on colonies and habitats reached immediate consensus. Never again. All right, so, I mean, their behavior is trauma-driven. What they need is a good space therapist. But I guess that's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, I'll get the level 4 solid core reactor, because why not?
The people will come to our side.
How's our control? Okay, definitely not enough to grab another China point. Level 4 solid core, good. Didn't immediately leave to level 5, right? I think we'll get a pop-up for it when it becomes available. We should probably... These batteries, I believe, are things that boost our point defense. So what I'm thinking of is that we're going to go and boost those. For fear that we might get into some trouble. Or we might have to fend off more trouble. Energy Research Center is done. So what does the flag bridge do? A fleet coordination center, led by a senior commander and staff, reduces mission control costs for the fleet by 20%. Only one ship per fleet may provide this bonus. The fleet must have at least 2 ships. Okay, that is very, very interesting. Probably something we'll incorporate as we go forward. Oh, right, that was infrared. We already have the green lighters. Although, we don't have the green laser battery. Is it possible this is a precursor to that? Because we have green laser tech, but I don't know if we have green laser batteries. Well, maybe we do, because... Yeah, maybe we did research it already. Okay. We can just do these long projects. You know what? Let's defend ourselves against alien parasites. Start a long-term commitment to that bad boy. So what I'll do is I'll obsolete you. These are our next bigger sets of ships. I don't know if we really have the engines to support it, but we could just go ahead and break it out. Make defense ship a flag commander for bonus. Oh, that's a good point. I mean, we could start working on this. Oh, that's tempting. I'm leery about starting too many major research projects. Because I still want to be able to chooch through a few things here. Maybe our next wave of ships will just be bigger ships. We'll just build some battle cruisers. Battle cruiser operational. So our next objective is to salvage alien technology. Successfully engage one of the following alien assets: facility, landed UFO, habitat, warship, or army. I think blowing up a ship is one of the better ways to do it.
Ready for order.
Oh, we have some XP. First of all, okay, you don't have enough here, but... There we go. This place here... costs us money. Would give you 5 more admin, which puts you over the cap. I might not bother with it. Oh, the CIA is available. Hold on. Oh, that's so expensive! Minus 400. And it's boosting 2 categories you don't need, necessarily. The ideal for the CIA would be Flamebeard. Now, it also provides its own admin. So we'd have to free up 3 slots. Some of that could include these admin producers. Although it's awkward because I don't know if we have, like these little ones, none of these are going to be +5. Oh, and those are your only admin producers. I could drop these 2, which would give her a 6 admin deficit. But we could buy it back up by 1 with this, and of course put in the CIA as well. And then she would be balanced again. We'd have to drop something else just to give some space over here, which I guess is going to have to be one of these 2 points, unfortunately. Probably Telescopium, since it's just a +2. and doesn't actually give her any new stuff she needs. I think that's what I want to do. The problem is we have to do a little bit of awkward shuffling to make this work. And it's going to cost us a stupid amount of money. But our money's still going up because of the spoils, and we do have a little bit of cap. We might be able to grab another random country to do some spoils on. I don't think the minus 400 worth it. I don't know. Actually, that's a good point. Doors Inc. doesn't give her anything specifically that she needs, although the science is nice. I could drop the Doors Inc. and say Majestic. Give her 1 point of admin and put in the CIA. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So the first thing I have to do is pull out some things that are consuming 5 points of admin so that I can unslot these. Or maybe, can I unslot these and just have it complain? No, yeah, I have to unslot something else. That's what I thought. So let me drop this for a second. It'll be annoying because I'll have to pay to put it back. Wait, hold on. No, I could have done this in a different order. Shit. Because, yeah, I can do this. Because it pays for itself. Yeah, okay. But anyway, now I can remove Majestic and Doors. And then put in... Oh, right. And then give you +1 admin. And then put in this again. There you go. 24 investigate. Some other stats overall. Yeah, our deficit has grown. We got to do some more spoils, but I think we're still running a net positive. But yeah, that is freaking expensive. Maybe it's stupid, but who doesn't want to control the CIA? There's a great, well, I was gonna say board game, but I guess it's technically you play mostly with cards, called, is it called the Illuminati? It's by... board game called the Illuminati. That is awesome. It is... Oh, honestly, okay, so the game is older. I mean, it's been republished a few times. So, you know, is it the tightest, best flow of all the gameplay? Maybe not, but the flavor is 10 out of frickin' 10 for this. And, you know, it's all about controlling these different organizations. Also making weird chains of organizations. Like, the Boy Scouts of America secretly control the CIA, who secretly control sci-fi fan conventions. Brilliant stuff.
Standing by for orders.
Everything is protected, right? I think I re-protected everything. Yeah. Yep. Okay, good. Nature, I'm going to get you to go back.
Your orders?
And
where to?
Advise.
I'm here.
Radical. Oh, we have another project to steal. Yeah, let's go for it.
Tapping their knowledge.
I knew it. The Boy Scouts are behind everything. Exactly.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Offering support.
Lending my expertise.
Offering counsel.
Oh, yes. I should have given you the orgs, Cathal. Thanks for the reminder. Because, of course, you still need some admin. So we're going to give you Doors and Majestic, which is going to bring you up to an effective 25 admin.
I think I found something.
Yep. I mean, this is going to be something that was going to come up in our list probably at some point anyway. There you go. That's the highest tier solid core reactor we can get. And alien fleets. Oh, debris duty. Haven't seen this. We have identified a piece of orbital debris which will pass close to Mercury Low. Halco lives. Man, Halco lives has had too many problems. And it doesn't have its point defense yet. Hasn't been rebuilt. While there's no risk of collision, this represents a rare opportunity for us. If we can safely remove the debris, we will improve the safety of space operations in low Mercury orbit going forward. The savvier members of our council are also pointing out the significant public relations. Well, we don't have, we don't have a defensive score because none of our modules have been rebuilt. Oh, if it had a shipyard. Yeah, except it hasn't been rebuilt. And a construction man. So we can only go option 1. Just entering into our database, gaining 50 science. That's very disappointing.
Come to our side.
Very disappointing. I don't know how much it matters to be first on this one, but let's see if we can. More aliens in orbit. Okay. Ooh, tin droplet radiator, which people say is pretty good. Halco buy a lottery ticket, you had to run a bad luck. You're due for something good. Right. Oh, need to defend interests.
Ready to go.
Which Radical can do. I forgot about Croatia. You know, the place we're strip mining for money. And yeah, our money continues to go up despite having a minus 500 negative. Can't believe how much money Spoils is doing. It's crazy. As far as I can tell, tin droplet among the best radios you can get. Cool, Hertzilla.
I think we
Yeah.
had a breakthrough.
Let's do another round and then we'll switch CC to something
Making
else.
things safe for our people.
Securing our interests.
Offering assistance.
Ooh, Russia's made some progress in Ukraine. Heavy fission reactor array. Nice. All right, so yeah, we'll research tin droplet right away. And then maybe we start looking at the bigger ships. For our next tier. Although they're still going to be slow as Sin. Well, Sin's not very slow, is it? Okay, waiting for the point defense to be built.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
No, decline. Environmental degradation. The environment of Atlanta has reached a tipping point and is rapidly degrading. Soon enough, it will be buried in the ocean, and a hybrid human fish species will develop there as a result of the cola factories. Futurama references? Not a very subtle one. Global climate effects are causing increasing ecological and economic damage. Agriculture is becoming increasingly unviable as soils wash away and growing seasons shorten, destroying farmers' livelihoods and threatening the economy of the United States of America. So let's look at the things we can't do. We can't fund subsidies. Oh, we need 35,000 bucks. Maybe we should really save up a bunch of money. Holy crap. It would still be bad. Still decrease GDP. People with few prospects make ripe targets for recruitment. This is if we're extremists. Or if we're the initiative, we'll loot them for everything they've got. Okay, we'll have to do initiative run at some point. So we only get option 1. They'll just have to deal with it the best they can. United States of America experiences significant decreased GDP and increased inequality. Unrest goes up by 3, causes political opinion sway. Well, that's unpleasant, but it actually was in a pretty good place here, so it might be manageable. Oh yeah, maybe we could quickly sell some stuff for money.
I would love to believe that we will comport ourselves better on other worlds than we do here, but I am not naive. There will, I am afraid, be blood. Director Khalid Al-Ashgar. Classified Project Exodus Security Briefing.
Hey, Fish Sticks! Thanks for the gift sub to Senzi. Senzi, join the Discord. It is neither cheap nor easy to construct facilities in space or on other worlds. As such, we would be foolish to simply raise any pre-existing structure we might encounter during a military operation. Building upon all our former strategies and technologies concerning non-terrestrial infantry, we are now able to stage larger and better trained fighting forces, able to seize as well as destroy sizable enemy assets. This in itself will require new facilities, new equipment, and new forms of training, but the net result will be that we have soldiers as adept in space as we do on land. Okie dokie. What'd you queue up next? Advanced Missile Warfare Doctrine.
Hey, Quill, pay attention.
Oh,
There's a new subscriber.
actually, this sounds really good. And in fact, I think it would be very nice to get in the lead there. Oh, we do have a lock on the middle tech as well. So we're going to pull back there. We're going to invest heavily into this Missile Warfare Doctrine stuff. Layered defense finishing up here. Good. Power's okay. It'll bring up to 99 when it finishes this construction module. Okie dokie. Seems nice to me. Aliens become rapidly more popular in Colombia.
Your orders?
I'm sorry. Let's do a little snoopaboot over here. I don't see an agent, but maybe we just need to get some vision. Why don't you go and do a survey over here, please?
Eyes up.
In Bogota.
Ready.
Radical. Go automatic first. A second here. Oh yeah, we can do our upgrades for our habs too. I mean, what I'd have to do at this point is go through like every single one of our places, right? All locations, and see all the upgrades that are available. Oh, I think this symbol here, I think means there's an upgrade module available. Yeah, this could be upgraded to a settlement core. I don't think I'm going to bother with the moon base because it's not that rich of a location. So I'm not going to invest any more on the moon site. That's going to be okay. So this one here, this Mercury low. Okay, well, it's still being, its new core is being built up. Yeah, I can't queue up the core modules right now until this is built. So we have to wait on that anyway. Okay, it's Mars base here. There we go. There's some power upgrades. Oh, and we don't have the settlement upgrade. Okay. There you go. So it's going to net -5 based on its current value. I'm finally knowing how to read this, but man, was it not super intuitive. So that's okay, because it's going to end up just being... Right now, we've got 10 power to spare. We'll end up with 5 power to spare. After this is done, we could upgrade more of these fission reactors, maybe close something and add something over here, but I'm not sure what. Although, I don't know if this place is a farm, like the hydroponics. I'm assuming it had a hydroponics, we'd see the upgrade for the farm, so it must not. There we go. So... Oh, because this is replacing something, so we did lose the power from that. Okay. Alright, I guess that's fine for now. That was a voxel hound. So I could upgrade some power here, but right now we're fine until we want to upgrade other things. Although what I could do, I suppose, is I could upgrade one now so we have some spare power ahead of time. There. Just the one. Okay, let me look at the this orbital shit. There we go. Xenoscience, but this is going to tank your power. And we don't have power upgrades for you. I mean, I could go... Well, I mean, I could be building these fission reactor arrays here, although I think the... I'm sorry, where's the solar panel? Solar array. Yeah, 42, which is the same as like the fission reactor over here, but doesn't actually consume a bunch of fuel. So I could build that, and then I would have enough to build the Xenoscience Research Center. Because this costs 20 power, so I could upgrade at least 2. There you go. Okay, let's do that for now.
See if we can get this line left initialization in then.
Oh, you don't have the layered laser array yet. Although... You will go negative power. We kind of have to get rid of one of these space labs and put in one power source over here. Yeah, hold on. I didn't realize you had no defenses. I'm sorry, did I drag? Okay. Solar array. There it goes. So plus 42. There we are. You had point defense, but it was the lower tier one. You could do one more upgrade. I'd have to put in another solar array. I think I will. There. Okay. Okay, I'll do more of this in between the stream over here.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Offering assistance.
After the stream, I'll go and do a round of like tweaking some of the upgrades and things at some of these places. Rebalance the power. Sudipta! We no longer have your intel. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, that's my thinking. It's not worth doing the like the fission reactors anywhere that you can have some solar panel. And Earth is fine for solar. It's not great, but it's fine. Alien abductions in Venezuela. Okay, and we just had some stuff in Colombia. Okay, this must be an alien right here. That's an alien. Construction of the Defender 1 Block 2 class escort Defender 1 Block 2 at low Earth orbit 2 has been completed. The ship in the fleet Romeo 5 is docked. Okay. So we've got one vessel. We're going to try to... We still have 4 more in the queue. That should join the same fleet, I hope.
Sometimes it's not even about who's got the most guns. Often, it simply comes down to who can reload fastest. Colonel Hans Castillo, 5 moves ahead.
Hit meters fine, time to kill. I mean, we've got to. Cannot suffer an alien to live, right? Unlike a chemical battery, an electrostatic capacitor charges almost instantly and does not readily wear out, but can only contain a minute quantity of energy. As our power needs snowball, we require a best of both worlds solution, the capacity of a battery and the charging speed of a capacitor. The primary obstacle until now has been one of mass. A capacitor with storage to rival that of our largest batteries would require prohibitively enormous and heavy metal plates. It is our... We should have played Humanity first. I think it would have been like... We could have been so over the top. And I still want to do the Exodus faction because it sounds interesting. It is a recent discoveries in the field of carbon manipulation that can solve this. We can both reduce the width of the insulating barrier between the 2 superconducting plates at a molecular level, therefore reducing the supercapacitor's overall size, and we can coat the plates in new porous nanomaterials that effectively increase the surface area without increasing the plate size. In short, rather than swell our capacitors to unworkable sizes, we instead increase their effectiveness at the atomic level. Several of these arranged in series will replicate the capacity of a battery while retaining their lightning-fast storage and release of energy, which in turn will feed the vast power requirements of our next-generation weapons. Ah, this leads to arc lasers. Okay. I was wondering about that. I think we should do this. And coil guns.
At your service.
Okay. You need to investigate that. Yeah, 93%. That's some defensive skill there. Let's bring it up a little bit. We're still going to get XCOM. You just wait. You.
At your service.
Chronicle, do a surveil over here. See if any plant life and things have been getting dumped around. Oh, it's moving. Oh, aliens just overhead right now. Economy expands in Kazakhstan. Oh, a 3rd control point. Okay, that's gonna have to be protected.
Lending my expertise.
Setting a watch.
I'm sorry, is the Protectorate attacking me? You absolute ass butts. And of course they're going for Halco. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We've got to take another one of the space stations that's in orbit around Mercury. Strip out a couple of their science modules so we can fit a ship constructor over here.
Looks good, Clay. Roger. Staying with the degree very closely. Roger. Dip thrust 9820. Roger. Thrust 9820.
Yeah.
Copy, flight.
All right. Starfire SG-1. You're going to get 2 shipyards. Also, because we keep not necessarily getting in time, I'm going to drop a construction module in here as well. Okay. And power-wise, you're still going to be fine because it's Mercury, so we have infinite solar.
Reinitialize the filter. We do have an altitude.
Oh, poor Halco. Okay. And do we rebuild it? Maybe we don't until we get some ships over there.
Surveillance complete.
Repeat and continue. Alpha 7. Oh. Okay. Double steal of our
Violence
projects.
is abating.
So we're going to have to go and hide one of our peeps here.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Yeah, we're going to get some ships. That's the idea. Okay. Alien detected. Yeah, we know there's an alien going around. We're tracking them. We're getting ready to boop them. Yeah, so Starfire's G1, we're going to get them the space building capacity. We'll build some ships there, and then we'll be able to retake that site. I don't think any of the human ships will be able to attack any of our places with any point defense, but the problem is the aliens raised that one site to nothing and reset us. So if we wanted to start a boop on this alien, it's currently down to 9%. We need some more intel. We will be able to do it. We're just waiting for Flamebeard to finish some investigation. That's going to have to be okay. Now,
At your service.
Your orders?
you need to go to ground.
Going into hiding.
Where do you need me?
Where to?
Right, you're doing that. You're doing that on automatic, but I agree with it. I'm going to cancel your automation, but yeah, defend that extra control point.
Ready for orders.
Radical is not known anywhere.
Standing
They
by.
might have stolen the stuff off Mr. Natrim. He doesn't actually have infinite security. And that is something we're going to keep throwing in. Oh, get you the admin. I don't know if that... You do still have some admin brands, but I will give you this. Maybe we can try to go to ground, but I think in practice, everyone's always going to know where Mr. Natrim is. So his XP I'm going to spend on some security. Because that seems like a good idea. Yeah, there are some protectorate bases in space that we could retaliate against, and maybe that's something we're going to do. Your parent loyalty is set to 0, but your last known is at 15. We might have to do an espionage on you. Oh, update the priority in Kazakhstan. Thank you. Sorry. Oh, did we never get any of this shit for you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Jeansy. I didn't realize we didn't get you any cybernetics. Okay, we're just gonna max out your persuade. Although I'm starting to feel like maybe we need to focus a little bit more on people's security. Actually, your persuade's mostly okay. I'm going to put some security in. And update the priority in Kazakhstan. Oh yeah, because it defaults to my faction default. The new control point over here. Thank you. There you go. Just match the others, please. Okay. Due to all these events to me, how about make a battleship next and let me exact my revenge on people?
Offering counsel.
May very well be exactly
Making
what happens
things
here.
safe for our people.
Evading pursuit.
And again, I'll do a pass over all our HAB constructions in between things. Try to keep 10k on hand.
We've got some intel on our target.
Okay, repeat and continue. We're trying to get to the max intel level. And yeah, okay. The other thing we're gonna need to do is identify some country that we can go and let's see, that we can go and spoils. I'm sort of just vaguely going to sort it by maybe investment points available, and then just look for places that are blank. I mean, that will slow down our China takeover. You know, everything's pretty occupied right now. And investing in funding seems bad. It doesn't seem worth it at all. Hashtag remember the Halko Mahuli.
Public opinion is.
Oh yeah, some of these places have resources that make the spoils more valuable, so like Middle East stuff. Maybe we should fight to just kick someone out somewhere in the Middle East. Do a crackdown purge thing. I mean, maybe I'll start it now. We can put points in it, and then if we get projects that are relevant to what we're trying to do, we can just switch out of it temporarily. Something like that. Yeah, Protectorate has here. They don't have any nukes. Iran has nukes, and it's the servants. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, our target has to be Iran. We cannot let this exist.
Where to?
Radical, if I want to assassinate this alien. Well, that's as much... Oh, it's not. We're not at Monk's Intel yet. Okay. We might be... Although the assassination time's pretty fast, so no, we will wait a little longer.
Ready for orders.
If we want to do a crackdown... I don't think that's something you can do. I think crackdown's an investigation, isn't it? Which we were busy on. But yeah, it is that. Okay. And I mean, I know those sites are defended, but if they become overextended or anything, we might be able to actually whack them. Oh, we have some alien activity to investigate. So
we'll recon the site.
Standing by.
Yeah, Iran with nukes and servants. Yeah, that seems like a really...
I'll help them.
It does seem like a really bad place for us to be here. No disagreement there.
I have new information.
We might not need to investigate again because we might be at the full intel. And yeah, funding is a long-term alternative to spoils, but it's a really slow build-up. We do actually have a fair amount of influence. What I could do, and we've done this a few times, is we can do some direct investments. I know we get some stuff to make it cheaper later, but we can spend a little bit of influence here. There we go. To get more funding boost to the United States. But so we're spending 400 influence to get another about 25 bucks a month. It's really not that much.
Here's what we found.
Who's in control of Russia? It's the Exodus. Oh, Academy, sorry. Yeah, again, I'll do a look at these guys later. Don't know if we need that drive. Oh, we need to defend the United States. Yep. Which looks like Radical is doing for us. Excellent, wonderful.
What's the...
Although, hold on. How's the assassination number now? Are we sitting at the full +5? We are. Okay. We're going to go for max ops.
Taking them down.
Gene C is going to go on protect target.
Where do you need me?
For Radical.
I'll keep them safe.
And yeah, you know, sure, we'll bring up the agrometer again. Why not? It's what we do. It'd be great if Humanity First was a little bit more active here for it, but I guess it's going to have to be fine. Mr. Natrium.
Ready to go.
You need to defend interest in the United States. Because, yeah, we moved someone.
Securing our control.
At your service.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your orders?
That's fine. We'll keep the investigation up just to make sure we've got good vision. Cathal wants to be part of the hit squad. You don't really have the specs for it yet.
Securing our interests.
Hate for you to die early. Oh, yeah, doing some inspiration on Natrium wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, the last time we checked his loyalty was at 15. His
person of
current loyalty is at 0, but...
They got away.
Ah, roll the 47. We need 34 or less. Okay, we'll try again.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Money's going up, certainly not as fast as it was before we got the CIA.
Reporting in.
Radical, assassinate. maximum ops.
They won't see me coming.
Gene C, protect.
Ready for my mission.
Rodical.
On guard.
Flamebeard.
Ready.
Woo.
I'm here.
Please investigate.
Standing by.
Mr. Natrium, so we can confirm their
Investigating
loyalty
target.
level.
Ready for my mission.
And then, I can't remember if there's another protection outstanding. Seem to be okay. And when we put people on automatic, they do protection, so if I did miss someone, it'd probably get picked up. But I think I'd rather you just go to advise over here, because I think we get good value out of that. Oh, hang on, it's past January.
Heading to the capital.
I'll keep them safe.
I think we can merge. What does Advise do? Advise boosts a few different categories of production in the country based on the skill of our counselors. Yeah, their loyalty is at 14. Mr. Natrium's fine. We did lose one. Last time we checked it was 15. But he's fine. Was it defend interest in China? Maybe. Forgot to check China.
They
No,
won't
we're good.
be causing us any more problems.
Assassination done. So we're back up to 4 on the hate meter, because of course we are. But, I mean, come on. Alien assault ship launches towards Earth. A newly launched alien fleet includes a vessel our analysts have determined is an assault carrier with the capability to survive entry into Earth's atmosphere and land a large force on its surface. I think we're about to learn some more very harsh lessons that will help us on future playthroughs. It's over, lol? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Is it really that bad? You gonna learn? Oh, boy. All right, unification. Peacefully unify. Oh, my God. Peacefully unify this nation with its parent nation or Federation ally that has claimed the original capital. It requires control of all control points, yada, yada, yada. Unify with Canada. The United States of America, of North America, under the control of distance, and Canada have decided to merge into a single union. 5 control points, which is the max. It did free up cap. We can go and take another control point in China now. We've got enough room for that. And yeah, some of our numbers would have been averaged up a little bit, but overall seems kind of okay. What am I doing building a navy here? That seems totally unnecessary. Okay. Knowledge. Yeah, I'll help bring this back to sort of a midpoint over here, please. Invasion age. I mean, that is very appropriate. And we're still working on military tech up. This seems like an okay place to be. Could build more armies. Should I get all the armies over in Washington or something? Like, damn. Like, do we need to boost our numbers up? Maybe I should. There is an invasion literally coming. You know what I'm worried about? The aliens will invade here, and Humanity First is going to nuke us to get rid of the aliens. Stationing the armies with the navies on the coast is a good idea. Oh, that's right, because not all armies have a navy attached. Oh, there it is. I see. It's just here. There's a little anchor. I don't know what determines if an army has a navy, but all the American armies have a navy. I guess this one here, currently it's in its home location. We could move it somewhere else, which does increase the cost a little, but maybe we should move it to like New York. It may not come directly for our nations, I don't know. Or, you know, it's centered, so it's going to be in a good place, because then it can help on the West Coast. You can build your navy, you should. I mean, we do have, like, our freedom of the seas. So the way it looks is, as long as you've got more freedom of the seas than your opponent, then you can move where the heck you want. And I think we're, like, at the top over here. So I don't know. You know what? We've mostly been operating spoiler-free. We don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to deal with the fallout as it goes forward. Ourselves another ship. I mean, I don't really have faith that we can intercept the attacker, but we do have a year to get there. it's 4 o'clock. I think we're going to wrap it up here, but we do have a united nation over here. The United States of North America over here, and we are researching the greater United North America, which will let us expand south and merge more things into us, which seems great. Oh, the other thing we were talking about doing is hitting Denmark, so we could maybe do a merger that way, which could be fun. But yeah, we're also going to have to go after Iran. So next stream of this is clearly going to be very, very freaky deaky, because we're talking about a land invasion. We've got servants with nukes in Iran, and we also want to get involved in Denmark, maybe, just to go and grab some territory over there. But please show where the aliens invade. Well, we don't know yet. We're gonna have to find out. I don't even know if it's gonna be next time, because I think it predicted it like 2030. I think early, so it is gonna be a little while. But we might not do it next stream. I don't know. Depends on how quick we go. And yeah, between episodes, I will go and check all my habs and things and make sure that everything that makes sense to upgrade will be. I think we'll have to research a few more of the research base upgrade places, but I think this can go down here. We don't have an absolute lock yet, but we're in pretty good shape, and then we can invest a little bit more in some of the other categories here. Advanced pulsar drive. Oh, hold on. We need to be. Wait, seriously, this leads? This is one possible path to unlock the following pack. Okay, but I'm wondering if we want to make sure we have a lock on this one to help with that as a potential clock. And there's the alarm clock for the fleets. Yeah, there was a button for that. I guess it would list it somewhere and keep track of it. I wonder if that's something we can add retroactively. Like if I go to the aliens, and I don't know which one of these was their actual invasion fleet, but I don't know if I can add an alarm clock retroactively. Fleet menu, fleet buttons. Oh, there's a fleet screen here. Hang on. Aliens. And I don't see an alarm clock. I mean, I can go to it. Oh, toggle alarm. Right here. Will trigger shortly before the fleet arrives at destination. All right. Okay, so this is the one that's coming to Earth May 2030. So we've got a while to prepare. I don't know if that's going to help, but we've got a while to prepare. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to go right to Kiss for Lux channel, and we're going to see you on Saturday for something. We're going to do something different on Saturday. Had a lot of fun with Foundry, but I want to try something else. I got a few things in the pool. If you are in the Discord, feel free to shoot suggestions for new games, old games for Saturday. Possibly something new, just like, you know, there's a new release that you're interested in. Maybe that'll be a good one for us to look at. I don't know. But anyway, Tropico 6 DLC. Yeah, maybe. Tropico 6 is pretty good. All the Tropicos are good. Anyway, we'll wrap it up here. We'll rate a Kiss for Luck. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.